Hey, Coach. Talk about the defensive effort tonight. And you held the team that's averaging 100 down to 70. I know people were missing for them, but just your guys' defense all night seemed to put them in a really bad spot.
Yeah, give all the credit to Landon. It's his game plan. Like I said, my assistants are brilliant. I'm going to give him a ton of credit, and then obviously the players, locking into the details that we wanted to take away. We talked about adding extra pressure tonight just because they have so many different point guards that bring up the ball. So just, again, credit to Landon, and then our players bringing that type of heat. With the amount of days off, though, it almost felt like we were some caged animals, like ready to go. And so it was really good to see those constant, hits, I guess I would say.
Just elaborating on that specifically, how well your team did defending the 3-point line. What specifically do you think worked so well as far as Landon's game plan?
Yeah, I would say our players really bought into, obviously picking them up a lot earlier. Our main focus, too, was obviously, there's so much talent on that team, from Stewie to Jonquel Jones, Maureen Johannes. We were definitely making sure, because she averages 9 threes a game, so that was definitely someone we highlighted. We kept her to 0. But, again, an incredible player that requires a lot of attention. So, again, just locking into the game plan was really key.
Just speaking of that game plan, a little bit of a process question. When you're trying to implement that in practice, do you approach it with like a whole part whole, or do you do like a walkthrough before getting into that? How do you try to get the players to that? And also, how much does the time off help with implementing it?
The time off I thought helped just because we did not have a good showing versus Chicago. So a lot of film sessions of a lot of accountability. Like when we watched it back, the players were they're actually just calling each other out, which was really good. Like I said, when you bring back players from last year, then you have these hard conversations that are a little bit easier. So the accountability piece from the last game was there. And then, yes, we get to work on different tactics I thought we did really good at.
Hi. What was the biggest difference between the team that you saw play against Chicago last week and the team that showed up tonight?
Yeah, a team that showed up. Literally. That's the biggest difference. I don't think we gave, and that's on me. Like I said, I did certain things to prepare for the game that probably wasn't the right thing. So I just made sure I held myself accountable on doing the opposite of what I did. And the girls did a great job responding. And then usually when, again, we see bad film, they usually respond really well.
What specifically did you change from your preparation last game to this game?
Just getting them ready. I don't think I did a great job of putting in the intent and putting in the type of movement that I needed. And so, again, that's on me. I manage the movement. I manage the intensity of practice. Medical does give me the reins of a green, orange, red day, and I didn't do a good job. But I felt intentionally we all worked together on making sure this week was exact. Yeah.
Natalie, when you guys are coming off 8 days of rest, but you have this back-to-back tomorrow, what's the thought process in leaving your starters in late when you're up by 20 at that point in the game? Is it we've had all this rest, they can stay in? What's kind of your mindset there?
We played a lot of players, and so no one got more than 27, 28 minutes. We've conditioned this whole week for this, but you also can't sleep on players like Rebecca Gardner, Rebecca Allen. Those are elite. These are still elite players. That's not a team that you sleep on. Julie Van Loo, Alex Fowler, Han Shu. That's not a weak team. That's also a team that actually probably could start. So we don't relax. They don't relax, and we got to understand too. Those are minutes of quality minutes. And what I loved about Mila, Jack, Ja, Caitlin, LA, they had that intensity still. They didn't let up. And so sometimes you want that type of, like I said, that movement. You want to keep that movement. We're in shape. We did a lot of, like I said, resting, but then intense workouts to prepare for this back-to-back, But I got to get out of here, though. So are we done?
I just wanted to follow up on the accountability piece you mentioned before. Just a couple parts of that. How do you demonstrate to your team that you are taking on level accountability, and how do you try to foster accountability between teammates, like you're saying about them calling each other out during games?
Yeah, that's just the care factor that we have for one another. We genuinely really love each other like a family, and when you have a family that cares for you, they won't let you down. and they have your back, and they actually want to tell you the truth to make you better. We have all that already instilled from, again, the layer of being from last year, and then bringing in players like Gabby and Kia who they don't mind that tough love. So it's them, it's the relationships that we build. And they all said, like, we want to be pushed, coach. And then I said to them, too, like, I want to be pushed, too. So tell me what you need. So it's always open conversation and tough conversations that we have.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.